is toDIYfor. So I'm not gonna lie, this project took a lot out of me. Many curse words were said while making this project. You piece of shit. You you piece of shit.
Sort of like a sailor lady.
DIYers are just rainbows and sunshine. Like, once it's in, it will be fine. You cock. It took way longer than I thought, and I eventually just had to take a break today and relax and unwind, and I went for a hike. So now I'm back to complete this video and make sure that you get your weekly DIY, but I promise you it is an easy project if you don't make the same mistakes that I did. So let's go through that DIY so it'll be much easier and far less swear words for you when you make it. Okay, so here's my inspiration. My mom actually gave me this magazine clipping and she thought, Janelle, you can DIY that. So I'm trying today. What you're going to need is a pendant light. I picked up this light kit for $7 from IKEA, so it's super cheap. You do want to make sure that you have this piece that will twist off, as you can see I'm doing here, because we're going to sandwich the wood in between those two pieces. Very key component of this. So once I have that piece off, I'm just going to draw a circle out here on a scrap piece of plywood that I have. We need to make a hole so this can slide onto this unit. But then you also need a larger circle around that. I'm actually just using this plate for the whole light kit as well. And it doesn't need to be too much bigger, but I wouldn't make it any smaller than the one that you're seeing here, which is about an inch wider all the way around. So I'm using a jigsaw to cut these out. You need to drill a pilot hole first. And honestly, this is my second time using the jigsaw. It's not the best circle, but I did find that adding a couple of pilot holes around the larger circle made it a whole lot easier to get to those points. So I sanded this piece down, and as you can see, it's not a perfect circle. The inside's pretty ugly, but don't even worry about that because it gets completely hidden, and just sand that piece down as best you can. So now what I'm working with is this vinyl that basically sticks on and hides up any edges on any other wood project that you're working on. This is wood. It's basically like a wood tape that you would typically iron on. So easy to work with because you can use scissors to cut it, and I had a roll of 50 feet, so I just did the math to figure out how long I could make those strands to use the entire piece. And my longest strands are 2 feet long, medium ones are 1.5 feet, and the shortest or the smallest ones are 1 foot long. So I have 11 total of these, and that basically maximized my entire wood stripping. You can make yours whatever size you want, but as you can see here, I'm just gluing them all together with wood glue, starting with the smallest, medium, then largest to create this shape. And if you don't have any clamps, you can use bobby pins because I ran out of clamps. That's what I used. So I allowed that to dry overnight. However, the wood glue I was working with was kind of really shitty. So some of those pieces came undone. You might want to try and staple them, and that might work a little bit better for you. So to measure around my circle, I grabbed a piece of yarn, figured out that it was 14 inches around, and then just made my divisions to make 11 notches in. So they're about 1.25 inches all apart. This is pretty sloppy, I gotta tell you. I just don't have the proper tool to do this. A table saw or a miter saw would be perfect for this. I used a combination of my drill, so drilling some holes and then connecting it with my hacksaw there. So yes, it's a hack of a job, but it does the trick. You need to make pretty wide notches in there in order for your pieces to fit. But as you can see, this is really coming together and it doesn't look so janky anymore. And here I'm just kind of trying to lift the pieces up because I wanted them to bow down towards the light when I hung it. And that's where I made my critical mistake. You gotta glue these in. It's plain and simple. Ew!
What?
It's so rusty. Now what do I do? So I gotta tell you, this is the very first time I've ever done something like this, but don't be afraid. It's really easy to do. Taking down this gross light that was in my apartment, nasty wall or ceiling, I painted over that with just some like white ceiling paint to hide that up. And then I simply removed the light by taking off the caps that were on the wire and untwisting them. It's really simple. Then you reattach black to black, white to white, your ground to your ground. There's instructions with the IKEA kit or any light kit that you're going to have, and you screw in that plate after you've attached all of your wires properly, and it looks so much better. Just make sure you turn off the power, the breaker to your power before you do it. So as you can see, here is where you just screw in your piece, and here's where everything went wrong because I didn't glue these pieces in. I would absolutely suggest doing that before you hang it, because this was a nightmare of about half an hour of me finicking with all of this and just trying to get it to work. Hot glue would be great to get it to hold instantly, but I would use a stronger glue after that to make sure it really sets. Now, I didn't stain this, although the one in the picture was stained, but I think I might do it down the line. I still need to get this all glued together. I just don't have time to let it dry and stain and get this video out in time. So shout out to my mom for hooking me up with this idea and the photo that I based this entirely off of, which I think the light in the magazine, it was something like 300 euros, and I made it for less than $20. So let me know what you think of this light, and if it's something you would put in your own home, leave that down in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed this DIY, and don't forget to subscribe. I promise I will have another video for you next Wednesday, as I always do, and maybe I'll look a little bit better too. So cheers, and I'll talk to you next week.